blind and disabled woman is sitting on the street begging for money. A girl walks up to her and asks, "Do you need help?" The woman replies, "Yes, please help me." The greedy girl picks up a small piece of rock from the ground and drops it into the woman's donation box. Then she quickly takes all the money from the box. Smiling proudly, she says, "I helped you," and walks away. But the truth is shocking. The woman is not actually blind or disabled. She was only pretending to test people's honesty. After the girl leaves, the woman puts the money back into the box and starts begging again. Soon another girl comes over and says, "Let me help you." She picks up a few leaves from the ground and drops them into the box. Then she takes the money and walks away. The woman puts the money back into the box once again and continues begging. Then a young man approaches. He wants to help, so he checks his pockets for money, but he has nothing. He honestly says, "I'm sorry, I don't have any money. How can I help you?" The woman smiles and says, "That's okay. Could you just help me put on my shoes?" The young man says, "Of course." He carefully helps her put on her shoes. The woman thanks him and he walks away. A few minutes later, the young man enters an office for a job interview. To his surprise, the two greedy girls are already there. One of them looks at him and asks, "What are you doing here?" He calmly replies, "I'm here for a job interview." Both girls start laughing. One of them says, "Wait, he thinks he can compete with us." The young man sits down quietly. The two girls continue making fun of him. One says, "Who would ever hire someone like him?" The young man stays calm and says, "Who gets the job will be decided after the interview." Soon their waiting time is over. One of the greedy girls stands up and says to the other, "You stay here. I'll go first." She enters the boss's office. The other greedy girl and the honest young man wait outside. A moment later, the second girl enters the office too. Finally, the boss asks all three of them to sit down. She says, "Please give me your documents." The first greedy girl hands over her documents. The boss looks at them and gives them back. The second girl does the same. Then the honest young man hands over his documents. The boss looks at them carefully. Suddenly, she stands up and looks at the two girls. She says, "Do you recognize me?" The girls look confused. The boss continues, "I am the same blind and disabled woman whose money you stole. You put a rock and leaves in my box and took my money." The girls are shocked. The boss points toward the door and says, "You are both fired from this job before you even get it. Leave now." The two girls angrily walk out. After they leave, the boss turns to the honest young man and smiles. "Congratulations, you got the job." The young man is overjoyed. He says, "Thank you. I promise I will work very hard for this company." Remember, honesty brings respect, while dishonesty brings shame. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video.